Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to Corey's DieCast Den. And today we have the new Hot Wheels Motor Show 5 pack. Very nice pack here that I've been looking forward to finding. Great mix of cars, especially that Ferrari in there. Got all the brands or companies, whatever you want to call them. Got the Lotus, Lamborghini, Ford, Ferrari, and Aston Martin badges. Got the Aston Martin Vulcan, Ferrari SF90 Stradale, 17 Ford GT, the Lamborghini Huracan, and the Lotus Avia or Avija, whatever. And yeah, I think it's been a couple years, maybe 2 years since they've released a Motor Show 5 pack. The Motor Show 5 packs are usually pretty good and have some pretty cool cars in them. I apologize as I open the dang thing. And here we are out of the package. Got some nice colors, good variety of supercars slash hypercars. And we will take a look at these guys. Alrighty. And the first car we have is the Aston Martin Vulcan. It's been a little bit, I think, since we've seen this casting. It's been out since, I want to say 2019, maybe. Yeah, copyright 2018, so probably 2019. Came out in the main line and had a few versions of it, including a Target Red Edition, and then there was also a premium version in the very first Car Culture Exotic Envy mix in orange. So I believe it's only had one premium release, as far as I can remember. Really cool car in real life. Has a big old V10, or no, V12, I'm sorry, engine. And this is a really good looking version. Got black 10 spokes, and it's got like a matte black paint job with some yellow lines going around and down the side. Got your Aston Martin badge up front on the hood. Big old wing. Whole roof and top is clear plastic. You can see the interior a bit. No detail on the tail lights, but that's okay. I think this looks really good. Looks very aggressive and black. I forget what size the V12 in this is. 6.5 liter, 6.7, I don't know, but it's got like over 800 horsepower, all engine horsepower, so pretty cool Aston Martin car. Definitely powerful. I really like the matte black color on it. Just looks nice and sleek. It's a cool one. Alright, second car here in the 5 pack is probably the one that I was most excited about. This is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, however it's pronounced, I'm not sure. This was a brand new casting that was released this year in 2025 in the main line. Came out in a regular red color, Ferrari red. And I'm sure, as most of you know, Hot Wheels got their Ferrari license back and were able to start making Ferrari cars again this year for 2025. So, very excited that that happened. And we've seen about 5 or 6 new castings from Ferrari this year. Got 3 in the main line and then a couple in premium. So, something like that. But it's good to see the return of Ferrari. This one is in a nice dark maroon or burgundy kind of color. Very pretty. No taillight detail, but we've got headlights and the Ferrari badge up front, as well as the badges on the side. Kind of a carbon fiber ish look, plastic look on the top. Very nice model. Like I said, it's been released in red already this year. Here's that version, and then we will be getting a, what is it, a silver one, dark silver or dark gray one in an upcoming case, like the P case or the Q case. I can't remember right now, but I believe this one came out in the J case this year, and it took me a while to find one, but I finally found one a month or so ago at a Dollar Tree, of all places. So it does have some nice detail in the actual casting, despite not having the actual tampos, but you've got some exhaust and light detail in the molding of the car. And just a good looking model with the black PR5s. And we now have it in this color with the chrome PR5s. So, very excited to get this one as well. Very nice model. This car has close to 1,000 horsepower in in real life. It's like 980 something horsepower. So it's a hybrid with a V8 twin turbo engine with some electrification for acceleration and torque. So once again, like the Vulcan, very fast car, very neat version. Just really like that color. It's like a dark red wine kind of color or so. But yeah, that is the Ferrari. Up next, third car is the 17 Ford GT in a purple color with some racing stripes that come on this car a lot of times, and a number 2 on the side. I believe this car was released in 2016. Yeah, 2015 copyright. So 2016, we've seen it as a Super Treasure Hunt. The very first version it was released in was a mainline as well as a Super Treasure Hunt. And I don't have the Super, but I have just about every version, I believe, of this car that's been released besides the Super. And maybe if it was like in some special release like RLC or something like that. But it's been in premium a handful of times and been in the main line a lot. So, not the best configuration. I mean, I like the car a lot. Obviously, I have like every version. But I'm not a huge fan of the larger rear wheels in the back. And it's actually quite large, the casting itself, like compared to the Ferrari. It's kind of hard to tell on here, but it's much, just take my word for it, it's much longer, I feel like, than it should be. But other than that, I really dig it. And this one, as I said, gets the stripes over the top, got this nice kind of metal flake purple color. Really pretty. And then you get the headlights up front and the Ford badge. Black PR5 wheels, as well as the number 2 on the sides. Got some good detail in the actual casting, but once again, no actual tampos on the tail lights. And yeah, this has been in the main line a ton of times, as I was saying, and had a handful of premium releases from Boulevard, and it was in the Jay Leno collector's box set that was a huge peg warmer, and I still see that sitting at some Walmarts. Most recent release, other than this one, was this really pretty version from Boulevard, one of the most recent Boulevard sets. Very pretty gold color. Absolutely gorgeous. With the number 5 on the hood, and then being in Boulevard and Premium, you get the full treatment with the headlights. The number 5 badge is very similar to the 2 on here, so maybe that's a thing that they do on the real car. I don't know, maybe it's just a Hot Wheels theme. And got a small number 5 on the back, as well as the taillight detail and exhaust. And this has, forget what these wheels are called, kind of hard to see in my lighting. But yeah, this is a really, really nice version. Probably one of the best ones of this casting that they've released. That detail just looks so good. But yeah, been able to find every car in that Boulevard mix except the, is it the 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD? That's like in a kind of like a sand color or tan color. New casting for the set. I've not been able to find that one anywhere, but I've seen the rest of the set hanging on the pegs in multiple Walmarts, so hopefully I'll get my hands on that. But yeah, like I said, not the greatest casting, at least in my opinion, scale wise, but still a fan of the car, and it's pretty cool in real life. It has a twin turbo V6 instead of the classic V8 engines that came in the GT40 and the first generation of the Ford GT back in the early to mid 2000s that had a supercharged V8. This one is just a V6, but performance wise still does really well. But moving on, 4th car here. This is the Lamborghini Huracan, specifically the LP610-4. So this is like the regular Huracan or the base Huracan. I wouldn't say base, but because it's still really fast and expensive, but it's not the Super Trofeo or the um, fancier high performance models. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Lambo castings. I think it just looks really good. Looks just as it should. This is a pretty plain version, but I kind of like it that way. More realistic, the more I like it. This casting, let's see, copyright was in 2020, or I'm sorry, 2014. So I'm sure it probably debuted in 2015. And it's been in the main line quite a few times, had some multi-pack exclusive colors, and also been in premium a few times, maybe 3 times if I had to guess, something like that, but mostly a mainline car. And so, being a mainline in the 5 packs, most of these cars are not going to get the full detail treatment as you've seen so far. What does the back say? Sorry, my lighting is not the greatest. It does say Huracan down there on the back. And you can make out the exhaust detail, but as far as the taillights go, there are no tampos on there. Got a black roof. You can see the engine back there a little bit. And you get the Lambo badge and the headlights. Gray PR5 wheels. Looks good to me. The more stock or simple or plain it looks, the better in most cases. Just my opinion. I do love all sorts of Hot Wheels and, racing tampos and race cars and stuff, but everyday road cars, I really like when they're just in a simple kind of plain paint job that looks more stock or factory. So I don't know if we had a lighter green color of this that was more of like a metal flake green early on when it was released. Probably one of the first years the casting came out. It was in like a lighter, shinier green than this, but this is a pretty plain, basic green color. So always happy to have another Huracan to the collection. So yeah, a lot of good cars in this pack. They're all good in my opinion. This one's probably my least favorite casting, although the color does look fantastic. This is the Lotus Avija or Avia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm very sorry. But this is probably, honestly, the fastest car out of any of them in the pack in real life. This is actually an electric car, and you actually get some detail on the back. That's awesome. Got that little red line towards the bottom of the back, and then I guess those are the tail lights. I'm not sure. That's pretty cool though. And then you get the detail up front, as well as the gray plastic piece in there. Chrome Trap 5 wheels. So that's a really nice kind of candy apple blue color. But yeah, anyway, this is a very, very powerful electric car. I believe it is in the realm of about 2,000 horsepower, which is absolutely insane. I'm not sure on the specs. I'm sure it's ridiculously fast, but don't know much about the car other than that, other than being electric and having an ungodly amount of horsepower. But yeah, this Ferrari here is a little shy of 1,000 horsepower. The Vulcan is about 800 and something horsepower, and then the Huracan and 4GT have 600, give or take. I believe the Ford has about 650 horsepower, Lambo with like 610 or so. But yeah, if that gives you an idea, this bad boy has close to 2,000, if not right on the dot of 2,000, which is, like I said, insane. Electric cars aren't really my thing, but I definitely appreciate them when they look good. I think a lot of them are kind of ugly, but there's no denying of how quick and fast that they are. And this casting, when copyright date 2021, I know this was a super treasure hunt in like a kind of maroon color, metal flake red, probably 2 or 3 years ago now. I forget when, but other than that, we've just seen it a few times in the main line. No premium release, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure there has not been a premium version. But yeah, probably my least favorite casting out of the bunch, as I was saying, but it does have pretty much full treatment detail wise. Looks really clean up front, and that color is great. But yeah, so I would have to say, out of all of these cars, my favorites are probably the Ferrari and the Aston Martin here. But as I was saying, all great cars in this mix. I just love the Vulcan look of that casting, and that matte black color looks really mean. And I think this Ferrari casting is great. So, yeah, you guys can let me know what you think and what your favorite is. And I will be on the hunt for that Fast and Furious 5 pack next, which I have not seen yet. It's got that green Porsche, it's got a new yellow Nissan Silvia S13, along with some of the repeats like the 70 Dodge Charger, and I forget what else at the moment is in it. But yeah, awesome 5 pack. Really like the Motor Show and Night Burners 5 packs, and yeah, I'd say this one was a winner. Let me know what you guys think, and hope you have a good week this week and enjoyed your weekend. And I will be talking to you later. Thanks, guys.